Just 10 cents a day helps fund local programs like Scenic Stops, Northwest Ohio Journal, and BGSU Brain Game. Watch, connect, explore.
The Battle of Lake Erie really took place because you had the British who controlled the lake for the most part at that point in time, and the Americans knew that if they took control of the lake from the British, they could really end sort of the British occupation of this part of Canada as well as the United States. And so this battle actually, the idea of it had been brewing for quite a while. Both sides, the British and the American, knew that there would ultimately be a fight to see who controls the Great Lakes and especially Lake Erie. This is a really important battle that took place. It really got the Navy started. It was a major victory over the British. Never before had a British squadron been captured by anybody, much less the Americans. The exhibit Perry's Victory, the Battle of Lake Erie, actually has a fairly wide range of objects. We certainly have on one of the major pieces on display is the museum's own portrait of Perry by Gilbert Stuart, and that's sort of the centerpiece of the first room. And in the second room, you'll see a variety of pictures that show different aspects of the battle. Some of those are paintings. We have a few prints that were published shortly after the battle took place. We have some maps that will give you an idea of the location of where it took place in Lake Erie. And then what's interesting, we also have a variety of commemorative objects that were made right after the battle was over. This exhibit came into being because 200 years ago, Perry won the Battle of Lake Erie. And what's interesting is 100 years ago, the museum actually mounted a large exhibit concerning Perry's victory in the Battle of Lake Erie. Some of the celebrations and some of the events concerning the Battle of Lake Erie would certainly be the recreation of the battle, which actually occurred at its original location. The museum has a variety of events going on, concerts, talks by well-known historians. So there's really a whole variety of events concerning the Battle of Lake Erie and the museum's exhibition. We had almost every single major painting involved with that showed the different scenes of the battle except one, and we managed to secure the loan of that one for this exhibition. So we built it around that painting. News of the victory at Lake Erie actually traveled pretty quickly, and we know pretty much by the middle of October, Thomas Birch was actually working on this painting. So really just over a month after the battle. He wrote a few letters to Perry wanting to confirm the arrangement of the ships because he was really concerned about an accurate depiction of the battle. And so as part of this exhibit, we have the painting here, and next to it actually is a diagram of all the ships. So each one can be identified. So you know exactly what ship was where at a particular point in the battle. Some of the other interesting objects in this exhibition, there are some other prints that show the Battle of Lake Erie, all done within a couple months of the battle, all accurate depictions of a different moment in the battle. Commodore Perry, which some people may not realize, was actually 27 years old when the Battle of Lake Erie was fought. He had just turned 27 just about a month before. Perry actually during the battle didn't have the rank of captain. He was actually a master commandant. By November of 1813, Congress and the president awarded him the rank of captain. And we have that document, which is elaborately illustrated with an eagle and thunderbolts and Marine trophies signed by President Madison that was given to Perry, giving his new rank as captain, which is really one of the sort of fascinating, sort of interesting articles that's in this exhibition. The museum has actually had a great response to this exhibition. We've had a very high attendance. Whenever you come here, there's always people in there reading the labels, looking at the artwork and the objects on display. It's really had a great sort of increase in our attendance because of this show. And because of its sort of resonance with the local area, because it is the Battle of Lake Erie, and this is the Bi-Centennial of that, so it's on everybody's mind. I think it's pride in the area is what's kind of drawing people to this exhibition. You always hear about like the Revolutionary War, A lot of things in the War of 1812 happened on the East Coast, but really one of the great battles took place in our own backyard. And for us, this is really kind of important. You think of the Civil War, not much took place up here. So it's really the War of 1812 and the Battle of Lake Erie and some of the other battles that took place at Fort Meigs or in Monroe, Michigan, that really show the importance of this area in America's early history.
Scenic Stops is brought to you by WBGU-TV. Support great local programming by giving now at wbgu.org/pledge.